Hi, I'm at the Language Technology for All conference hosted by UNESCO in beautiful Paris. And I ran into my ex-colleague and friend Mirko Plitt. Mirko, you were telling me that you found 3 things interesting about the conference so far.
Yes, thank you, Aimee. Yeah, the last time was 5 years ago, so it's an interesting rhythm for a conference. Every 5 years, a lot has happened in language technology. In terms of multilingualism, I think we could do better as a community. This conference is as English-centric as ever. There is a certain, maybe unintentional bias, but so for this conference that is a bit surprising because the technology really in the last 5 years has got there, and we've seen presentations by the likes of Meta and Google and so on, where they say how great, how fantastic, powerful these technologies are. But they're not being used. We don't see how they can be used. The first thing is about the conference not really being multilingual, and what that means is so the conference or the debate is in English, and that favors, of course, people who are at ease in English. So even the communities who send people here will send people who speak English here. So a certain type of education is maybe going to university in English-speaking countries and so on. So that is an issue if we want to really involve the communities, and I think that is so my second observation, to find the right way of involving the communities. Whether you call them low resource language communities or whatever, how can we involve them? It's not a question of just giving to them some technology that we build or asking them to create the data and then we build. I mean, that means basically right now the big tech companies build that technology. And then in turn for the communities to be there begging, give us this. So that was the second aspect. How to actually involve the communities in the right way and in a way that is already multilingual in order to make it actually possible for these people to be involved. The third interesting aspect is how actually English biased the AI technology is, the LLM technology is. Just one example, tokenization, the way tokenization works, and the tokens is how we calculate the cost also of the use of AI. The tokenization is really geared towards how the English language works, so with little morphology. The technology is geared towards supporting English, and that means that when you submit a query in Bulgarian, it will cost you 30 times more than in English, apart from the fact that the quality of the response you get is not going to be the same. So there's an inbuilt bias and an inbuilt penalty for being multilingual in an LLM technology. And these things, they're really quite hidden. You don't necessarily see them, but they're really important factors providing access to these technologies. So 3 takeaways for me.
Thank you, Mirko. That was really interesting. And that's what's interesting in low resource language tech.